average Joe is saying, he's gay.
Right, well, that's inevitable.
From method acting marvels to emotionally immersive experiences, Hollywood's audition rooms are the birthplaces of unforgettable moments and the proving grounds where actors unleash their creativity and dedication. Curious about the auditions that turned actors into legends? What happens when an A-list actor steps into the audition room and leaves as someone entirely different? Did these intense auditions make or break these celebrities' careers? Welcome back to Celebrity Legends. Imagine the audition room for The Dark Knight as the canvas, and Heath Ledger as the mad artist wielding a brush dipped in chaos. Ledger's audition wasn't just an act.
I had a wife, beautiful, like you.
It was a full-blown metamorphosis into the Joker. A character so iconic and unhinged that it required Ledger to tap into the very essence of theatrical madness.
What was Heath Ledger like to work with?
Fantastic. Just a really great guy.
As he delved into the psyche of the clown prince of crime, the air in the room became charged with an electrifying blend of suspense and awe. It's as if Ledger summoned the Joker's spirit. And for those moments, he wasn't auditioning for a role, he was channeling the chaos itself.
My one experience with Heath on the film was our scene together in the hospital, which is really my only scene with him. And I was in the hospital bed that day, and I thought, well, I don't really have any line.
Take a look at what his co-star had to say about his role in the Joker.
So I got in the bed, and they were lighting, and Chris was walking around and doing things, and then Heath came around, and Heath was always in character. So he would come around and, be talking to himself in the corner, like this.
The filmmakers, expecting a glimpse of the Joker, found themselves face to face with the embodiment of anarchy. Ledger's portrayal was so immersive and chilling that you could almost feel the temperature in the room drop a few degrees. The impact lingered long after he left, leaving the auditors in a state of collective disbelief and excitement, realizing they had witnessed the birth of a Joker that would forever be etched in cinematic history. Next in the Hollywood auditions, Robert De Niro, the maestro of method acting, unveiled a performance that could make Shakespeare's ghost bow in awe. De Niro, probably with a dramatic backdrop and a spotlight casting shadows on his face, dives into the audition for The Godfather Part 2 with the gusto of a thespian on a caffeine high. His commitment to embodying characters wasn't just evident, it was practically written in the stars. The intensity? Oh, it wasn't just intense. It was like watching a masterclass in the art of auditioning. You half expected him to pull out a hat and declare, "Are you not entertained?" The audition room wasn't just a space for lines. It was De Niro's personal stage, and boy did he know how to steal the show. Ever seen a human metamorphosis? Well, the extraordinary sight of Charlize Theron undergoing everything for her role in Monster was nothing short of one. It's not your average Hollywood audition. It's more like a theatrical shape-shifting spectacle. Theron, renowned for her glamorous roles, decided to leave the glitz behind and fully embrace the daunting challenge of becoming Aileen Wuornos, a real-life serial killer for Monster. It's as if Theron walked in as herself and walked out as the embodiment of a complex and troubled character. The audition wasn't just a display of acting skills, it was a profound act of immersion, where Theron blurred the lines between her own identity and that of the character she aimed to portray.
I'm never gonna see you again. Get it over with. This very moment, yes.
The auditors must have felt like they stumbled upon a cinematic sorcery show, with Theron as the enchantress, weaving a spell of authenticity and intensity. Theron's dedication to her craft in that audition room was nothing short of a transformative masterpiece, proving that for her, acting is more than a profession. It's an art form where she becomes the canvas for her characters. What, according to you, are the secret ingredients that turn an actor's dedication into a transformative masterpiece, like a crafty magician's spell? Talking about masterpieces, how can we not mention Leonardo DiCaprio? If auditions were a sport, he would be the undefeated champion, leaving everyone in awe of his dedication, commitment, and ability to turn every casting session into a blockbuster event. DiCaprio's auditions are like a front row seat to a one-man show that's part survival adventure, part acting masterclass. It's not your typical actor reading lines.
Saito, we can train your subconscious to defend itself from even the most skilled extractor.
It's an immersive experience where DiCaprio transforms the audition room into a theatrical arena. Whether he's reenacting the rugged journey of The Revenant or the intricate nuances of What's Eating Gilbert Grape, DiCaprio turns auditions into a spectacle.
Hugh Glass fights the bear. I'm like, so how am I gonna fight this bear?
It's not just about nailing lines, it's about witnessing a thespian daredevil defy the limits of what an audition can be. Forget script readings. DiCaprio's auditions are more like cinematic previews of the epic performances he's about to unleash. And now, imagine an audition, which pretty much seems like a crash course in the art of complexity. Cate Blanchett doesn't just read lines, she orchestrates a symphony of depth and nuance.
Without a partner, without a child, with such a powerful vocation and such an incredible ability to fulfill it.
Picture her walking into the audition room and suddenly, it's not just an ordinary space. It's a stage where Blanchett transforms into characters with such finesse that you half expect her to have a backstage crew preparing for a royal coronation. Take her audition for Elizabeth, where she channels the regal energy of a queen. It's not just acting, it's a regal takeover.
Facing the aging process and looking back on her life with regret and thinking, what have I missed out on?
Blanchett curates a performance that leaves the auditors questioning if they accidentally stumbled into a historical reenactment. Her ability to convey the intricacies of characters is like witnessing a magician revealing their secrets, except Blanchett's magic is in her acting. By the time she finishes an audition, you're not just looking for the casting director, you're looking for a standing ovation. The audition room is her stage, and the characters? Well, they're just lucky to be part of her repertoire. Since we are discussing a historical reenactment, let's not forget to mention Daniel Day-Lewis, who creates an immersive experience that feels like stepping into a historical drama. It's not just lines that he's reading, it's as if he's summoning characters from the past right in front of your eyes.
Euclid's first common notion is this: things which are equal to the same thing are equal to each other.
During the Lincoln auditions, it's not Daniel Day-Lewis in the room, it's Abraham Lincoln himself, navigating through the pages of history.
That's a rule of mathematical reasoning. It's true because it works, has done and always will do.
For Day-Lewis, auditions aren't just about landing a role. They're about demonstrating that acting is more than a skill. It's a profound connection to the characters and the essence of storytelling. The audition room, under his influence, becomes a space where the magic of method acting comes to life. Wrapping up, we present you to Jake Gyllenhaal's auditions, which are like emotional bungee jumps. Imagine sitting across from him, and suddenly you're swimming in the deep sea of emotions, wondering if you packed your emotional life jacket. During the Brokeback Mountain audition, Gyllenhaal wasn't just reading lines, he was crafting an emotional symphony. And auditors needed a tissue subscription to keep up.
Man, it's weird. I don't know. I don't think... First of all, I was Ang Lee directing it at the time.
It's not an audition, it's a therapy session. And if you're not emotionally drained by the end, you probably missed the memo on catching the feels. Gyllenhaal's auditions are the kind that make you question if you accidentally stumbled into an acting class or a support group for emotions, leaving you in a puddle of feelings that only a cinematic lifeguard could rescue you from.